first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A give. This is Montgomery. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Looking to throw on second down. Harden. Caught left side. Williams. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Operating from the gun. Harden. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. On 1st and 10, Harden. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now Wilson on 1st down. It's caught by Coleman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, That's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And the final number here in terms of top speed, I mean, that almost looks like a misprint. He was just absolutely flying. Unbelievable. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. This is Coleman with a grab. Fighting through, and he's got space. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Now a give, right side. It's Alexander. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. The play fake. Here's Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's go, D, let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
They go play action with Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Wilson. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is. And we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game 2. So I would agree with you totally on that.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, Harden. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Back to throw again. It's Williams on the catch. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
From the 27, Wilson. Coleman, the first down and a little extra. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 45 on second down, Wilson. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Coleman. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal.
48. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Throwing is Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. To throw from his end zone, Harden got his man. It's Williams. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Harden. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hines. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down at 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Williams brings it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The former third overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Back to throw. Harden. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Harden. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, Charles, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The
Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On second down now, it's Alexander. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll keep it on the ground. Alexander. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They'll run on first down. It's Green, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. His throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this offense has been a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught by Smith for a Jet touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
A little bit of a break for the offense with that football going out of bounds. Remember, they haven't turned it over yet, Charles.
Yeah, and they've taken care of the ball so well, they had to feel good about their chances and their opportunities. Remember the old adage, the team making the fewest mistakes will win? They almost cost themselves with that one.
Well, this is caught by Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, it's Montgomery, and he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. And now it's first and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, Harden. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run on first down. Montgomery. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Back to Montgomery on second down. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Off play action. Harden. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Operating from the gun. Harden. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively...
Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. He's able to get it to Coleman. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Wilson's throw complete there to Moore.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. To throw again is Wilson. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. To throw is Wilson. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is going to be caught by Smith for a Jet touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Off the play fake. Harden. And this is caught by Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 39. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Throwing deep here for Coleman.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
On second down, it's Alexander. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Over the middle to Smith. And he's got this down to the 35.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Wilson's throw complete there to Smith. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. Throwing now is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Now Wilson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He's got to complete to Waddle.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's going to let it fly.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for the Jets, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.